I'm a righteous kitty in the hotter hip city. Till I see those Cheetos, then I get loopholes in my scruples. For the cheese that goes crunch, it's not easy being cheesy. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 16 of Feed Frank Friday. Tonight, while I typically get cheesy on these things, we're really getting cheesy. Hitting up the Cheetos Mac N Cheese. We've got 3 different flavors that we're going to try out tonight. We're going to start our evening out with the bold and cheesy. From there, we'll move on to the cheesy jalapeno. And we're going to cap things off with the Flaming Hot Cheetos. Now, this episode was recommended to me by my Aunt Marianne. Thank you so much for watching. I'm not looking forward to any of this. In fact, I haven't had macaroni and cheese probably since, fitting I'm wearing this Green Day Dookie shirt, probably not since 1993. I'm not talking the homemade mac and cheese. I am talking boxed garbage mac and cheese. So I'm going to cook each one of these boxes one by one. Should be a very long evening of cooking because you got to try them hot, right? I can't cook them all and then let them sit around. That's just not how it works, right? Just to give everyone an idea of the nutritional value, if you want to call it that, in these things. 240 calories per serving, 1.5 grams of saturated fat, about 620 milligrams of sodium, and 4 grams of total sugars. The ingredients, if we're looking at them, has very little that I can actually pronounce. I don't even know that cheese is an actual ingredient in here. So without further ado, let's get mackin'. We have cooked the first box, the Cheetos Mac and Cheese Bold and Cheesy. Yes, it took me a minute. I had to look up the instructions to cook boxed macaroni and cheese. It's been a while. And also wanted to let you know that I did follow the directions exactly to a T as to what I had to do. 2 tablespoons of butter, 1/4 cup of whole milk, not like growing up in my house where it was skim milk, and typically about 1/4 the amount of butter because that's what Mom wanted to give us. Only later in life did I learn that the way I grew up getting things wasn't necessarily the way that it was supposed to be, and how many things weren't allowed in our house because Mom didn't like them, which I can somewhat relate to now being married. My wife doesn't let me keep lots of things in the house, like candy or donuts or brunettes. So let's go ahead and let's take a look. We can take a look here. There's there it is in all its glory. I don't know how well that's picking up here in the light, but it's definitely a much darker cheesy color than what I'm used to. So it smells like the actual Cheeto powder itself. It does smell like Cheeto powder. Oh, God. Okay, make sure we kind of get down in there where it's still warm. Get the cheesy goodness. Cheers. Again, it's been a while since I had boxed mac and cheese. To me, this just still tastes like boxed mac and cheese, but maybe a little saltier. One more decently sized bite here. Ooh, look at that. Look at that one. Feeling this tomorrow. I really close my eyes. I do start to taste the Cheeto powder a little bit more. That second bite, I got it. It's not bad. It's not something I'll ever eat again, but if you're a fan of boxed mac and cheese, I guess. See if the next one impresses. Forward we march down the mac and cheese field. Sure. I could tell when I started to stir in the powder of this one, it smells artificially spicy. It smells like jalapeno, but artificial jalapeno. Jalapeno that you'd find on the outside of like chips. The mac and cheese cheesy jalapeno. I joked that I haven't had boxed mac and cheese since '93. Not true. But I haven't had mac and cheese since college, and that's because of 2 words. Easy Mac too much of it at like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning in my dorm room. They made it too easy. Mac, I ate too much of it. That and ramen noodles. Although I would still eat a pack of ramen. Take a nice healthy bite here. Healthy. This came bringing the heat. You get the jalapeno flavor, albeit very artificial, and you get that heat that just kind of hangs in the back of your throat. Like I ate a spicy chip. I'm not picking up on Cheeto on that first bite, but we'll see what the second bite brings. Is that picking up on camera? Can you see like the green specks in it? I'm guessing that's the jalapeno flavor. This one almost takes on a white cheddar flavor to me for some reason. It was okay. Zero Cheeto flavor on this one. Let's take on those Flamin' Hots. We've reached the end, my friends. We are on to the mac and cheese Flamin' Hot. I mean, this is what it boils down to, right? I mean, that's red. Pretty sure I stained my wife's white pot. I'll say this is the only one of these that really, really smells like Cheetos. This guy knows what I'm talking about. What's up with Chester Cheetah, huh? I feel like he's gone through a lot of variations. And can he eat the Cheetos? At one point, wasn't he like tried to get them and he couldn't? Now he's just all laid back like, hey, want these Cheetos? All right. I don't know. Or sometimes he's English. Isn't he English in some versions of the commercials? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. This one that I cooked up, and I cooked them all the same. These noodles seem to hold together much more than the other ones. They also don't look as cheesy. They're very red. It is hot. Much hotter than that jalapeno cheddar one. But I don't know, there's something about it. It does kind of taste like Flamin' Cheetos, but when you get it with the noodle and I guess kind of some cheese, something strange happens. I don't know that I care much for this. All right, one more time. No, this was the worst of them. It's got the spice, for sure. The more I eat it, the less it seems to taste like Flaming Hot Cheetos. So this isn't very good. It smells weird. Not a big fan of this one. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We have completed our sampling of all of the Cheetos mac and cheese flavors. These ones were actually halfway decent. If you're a fan of boxed mac and cheese, you're a fan of Cheetos. This was actually good. It was really cheesy, tasty. The more I ate it, the more I started to taste almost like a Cheeto powder on it. Cheddar jalapeno, that comes in second, but I guess it's kind of a far second. The artificial jalapeno taste was a little too much for me. It had almost like a white cheddar kind of taste to it, which was different and not unwelcomed, but also not welcomed. And finally, the Flaming Hot, stay away. Flaming Hot powder flavor is just meant to stay on Fritos or chips or something. Also, did I read somewhere that like Flaming Hot powder is like combustible or something weird, like you can power like a train or something, like a 747, I don't know. Anyway, that is it for this episode of Feed Frank Friday. If you have comments, suggestions, let me know. Be happy to try anything that you don't necessarily want to try. Doesn't have to be brand new either. These Cheetos have been out for a while. Until next time, F cubed out. It's not easy being Frank B. Deuces.